Yeah, I try to give some. I try to test some different techniques to give you a better experience, but it appears like it is not. It is not supportive because the connection is poor, right? I guess now, Kanishka. So anyone who has joined, please let me know whether you can hear me properly. Can you? Can you hear me? Just kindly let me know, then we can start the discussion. Anyone who has joined, because today there's something different today. I'm gonna do something different. That's why. All right. Okay. Right. So you guys are there, ne? Right. Okay. Right. So let's start. Okay. Right. The connection was bad previously, right? Because I tried to appear to you. Okay. Right. So whatever the thing is, so actually then this is then the video also will be there. Then that will be just something like. Evaluation or something, right? So then let's start now. Then here then the first and foremost I want to ask whether, so actually are you dare, right? That means do you dare to accept challenges? So I want to know that one, because this is something, as I told you in my previous the few minutes, then this is something like a challenge. Okay, exactly. So then, but the thing is, then many people are not willing to accept these challenges, and they are not willing to keep it happening. So that's why the people are still. That's why people are still trying to improve their English, right? They are still trying to improve their English, but they are still at the same place, right? They are just like the frogs in the well, and the frogs in the well, they think that that is their own world, right? That is their world, so that is the limitation that they can see, and they do not try to jump out of the well and see the world. So the world that they see is just a simple thing, right? Simple one, but the world that they don't see is a massive, beautiful, large one, right? So in the same way, then we when we accept some challenges, and when we accept some risk, so that is where the profit comes, right? So then we should accept some challenges, obviously. That's in our life, right? So this is introduction that I am that is this is the thing these are the things that I am going to discuss today. So what is that one? The introduction is there, obviously. So I'm going to move to my introduction in my next few slides, and the purpose of the session. So actually, there should be a purpose to do something. So here also, then I have the purpose. Then I'm going to give you some introduction, mga punch introduction, and then the lesson, and also to show you some simple things that we can apply for our day-to-day life in our. That means in order to improve our English, right? English ටික හදා ගන්න අපි දිනදා ජීවිතේ පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් techniques තමයි මේ කතා කරන්නේ, right? So we have completed so many things so far in our daily 30 program, right? In our daily 30 program, we have discussed so many things. Uh, right, in our daily 30 program, so we have discussed so many things. So from that, right, in our daily 30, so we know 30 minutes, so we daily discuss some important things, ne? Right? So we were discussing about verbs, and also we discussed about what we discussed about nouns, and some grammar portions we discussed, and also the tenses. Then some tenses are remaining, and also tenses regarding that one we have completed active voice and passive voice. So those stuff we have completed, right? So actually in passive voice and active voice there are some few tenses so far to be covered, but I'll cover that one soon. And also we have discussed some spoken lessons as well. So with these everything, right? With these everything, uh, right? Then the things that I want to discuss is here. Then influence for English. Actually, then we have some sort of influence for English, no? අපිට ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් දාගන්න යම් ආభాෂයක් තියෙනවා. Maybe so that is really practical, right? That is really practical. That means, so when Sri Lankan baby is carried to America or some English speaking countries, we know that most probably that boy will speak what? What? Which language will he speak? He will speak English language. Why? The language that he always hears, and the influence is given in English, right? So that's real, no? So in foreign countries, so there are no people like here who speak Sinhala. So they speak English. Okay, right. So that is clear for you, I guess. Then childhood experiences. So yes, we have some childhood experiences that we can use for our adult life as well. Right. During this age also, you can use those experiences to improve your English. So those are things that I am going to teach you today, show you today. So how to use them again. So here this is the point, right? We have used some sort of things in our during our childhood. So this in this session I'm gonna cover. So how can we use that one once again? Okay, just a simple technique. I'm gonna elaborate with you, right? I'm gonna elaborate you. So that means I'm gonna explain you how to use that one in our this life as well while our day to day life, right? Then relationship. So what kind of relationship is there? So that is something important to know. And also the techniques. So there are some techniques we should know. And also the end. So that is the end, right? So if I go to the introduction, so I'm gonna ask from you. So do you know? Then I have added some pictures here. Do you know these people? So this is my question. So do you know these people? Can you would you just let me know? Do you know these people? You can just simply add them to the chat box. Do you know these people? These people in these images, right? Do you know these people? Right? So that is the thing I am asking from you. I'm just expecting your answers. Would you kindly send me some answers? Kanishka? Yeah. 50 Cent, Eminem, Ice Cube is not there. So you have told Ice Cube. Actually, Ice Cube is not there, right? So that's okay, right? I'll do this one. So if I press this one, so it will go for wide screen, right? Yeah, exactly. Snoop Dogg is there, and also 50 Cent is there. So Eminem is there. So who are then? There's a person. There's a person behind this everyone. So the people who know, they know, right? Anyone? Try. Try to give an answer. Denzel Washington. Actually, no. Yeah, exactly. Dr. Dre. Yeah, he's there. Right? Okay, right. I'll go back to the session. Yeah, Dr. Dre is there. Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, and Eminem. So those are the people that I have added here. So I have added them because of a reason. You know why? You know why? So this lesson was taught in my 1 minute videos, right? You know what? Right? You know what? I guess you might have watched that one. Right? You know what? Just a simple lesson. Okay, right? I'll go back to this one. Okay, I'll enlarge this one. Okay, right. Okay, so this is as I told you. So you know the names of these one. So this is what? This is who? This is Eminem, right? World famous rapper, right? Eminem, right? Eminem. He is Eminem. Oh, so what is that one? Right. He is Eminem, and also the 50 Cent is there. The Snoop Dogg is there, and also Dr. Ray is there. So why I have added them as the introduction? So have you got any idea? Do you have any idea? Hmm? Have you got any idea? Why I have added that one? No, I'll explain that one. Yes. This is 50 cents. So we know 50 cents, right? So then I'm not sure how much you know about them. So I guess perhaps you may know something more than me, right? That is possible, no? So we are not perfect, no? So we know some sort of things, right? Dr. Dre. So he is Dr. Dre. Yeah, then he is a Snoop Dogg. This is a Snoop, right? Snoop. Then this is Eminem, no? Right, okay. I have added them here because these are the heroes in my life. Right? These are the heroes in my life. So they are the people that I am influenced. That I got the influence of English. Even now, I get the influence here. I get the influence here from these people. Right? From these people, I get the influence. Influence means අරගෙන අපි ආభාෂය කරගන්නවා කියලා කියන්නේ අපි දන්නවා කියන මොකක්hari මේ වගේ වෙනවා කියලා, right? Then these are the people that I get the influence in my life now. Okay, right. So the introduction continues here. So it's obvious that yes. Then I'm gonna discuss something. It's obvious that we have some characters in our lives. So we have some dream people, right? We have some dream people in our lives. So during our childhood, right? During our childhood, we had a dream. So I want to improve my English. මගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි ටික හදා ගන්න ඕන කියලා අපිට චූටි කාලේ ඉඳන්ම තිබුණ එකක් නේ. So we joined many English classes and we tried to improve ourselves, and we did so many things to improve our English. So it is obvious that English is very important. So the people, as the university students, and also the people who are doing jobs, and other people who are dealing with their day-to-day communication, and also when you have to find something, when you have to refer something exactly, right? Exactly, then you have to be what familiar with English now. So just keep discard. So I'm going to show you something additionally here. So where is that one? I'm just trying to find some research papers. I guess this is a research paper. Yeah, this is a research paper regarding my field. Okay, this is regarding my field. So deformation of high-grade Gondwana fragment, Sri Lanka. So this was published by Wilbert Cahill Parnella. So he is from actually he is one of the giants in my field. So that means in geology. So then these are the references that we have. So you can see how many letters are there. That means how many words are there. So as soon as you see them, the people who are afraid of English, they simply what get terrified. My goodness, how many words are there? So how do I read them? Something like that. So just panic. They just panic as soon as they they see this one. But actually, there's no need to be worried. Why? These actually is very simple, right? These everything are very simple. So the reason is we are not familiar with those things, right? We are not familiar with them, right? See, then there are so many interpretations and so many information here. So actually these are the references that we have to use. So even for you it is the same, right? It is the same, right? The more the better, right? So when you are doing something like an assignment or something, so we should get some references, right? The ideas are here, almost the knowledge is here. You know how many words are there, that means how small they are and also the see the size of the paragraphs, right? This is a publication, research publication. So you have to go through these kind of things daily. And also when you are doing something like a research or something, so you have to, right? See, only if I enlarge, then you can see them, right? Here VCHC, likewise then complexes, and also there are so many scientific words, terms are there. And then obviously that's true, it's obvious that what English is essential, right? English is essential for your studies and also the things that you do in your day-to-day life. Okay, right. So that is the thing. So we need to improve our English, no? We have to improve our English, otherwise we cannot survive in this society, in this environment. Okay, so English language learning. So then I have added a small image here. I guess you can see that one, right? So I'm not, so in case if it is not clear for you, so I'll enlarge this one. Then you can read this one. You can read this one now. So I'll share this one. Okay, right. So what is here? What is mentioned here? Basics. So if you are trying to improve your English, right? The Nangmali and also other people who has joined here. So we should think about our basics. So what are the basics? Pronunciation. So that's something. Then learn this first. So we should pronounce this one, and also then the vocabulary. So we should have a good resource not good treasure of vocabulary. Otherwise, we cannot speak. Even though we want to speak something, so if in case if we don't know the word for that one, so how do we say, right? How do we call that one? Ne? Right. Then we cannot talk, we cannot speak. අපිට කතා කරන්න බෑනේ අපි ඒකට කියන වචනේ දන්නේ නැත්තම්. So we have to use so many other words to explain that one. So if you don't know words, so how do we explain the other thing as well? අනිත් එක කියන්නේ කොහොමද? ඒතර ඔයා ඒක කියන්නේ දැන් ඉතින් ඔයාට මතක නැහැ කියලා. දැන් උදාහරණයක් විදිහට කිව්වොත් එහෙම දැන් මම මෙහෙම කියන්නම්කෝ. දැන් ඔන්න දැන් මම හිමවලයක් ගැන තමයි කියන්න උත්සාහ කරන්නේ. හරිද? දැන් ඔයාලා හිමවලා කිව්වම පොළ බෙයා ගැන කිව්ව ගමන් ඔයා දන්නවා කවුද ඒ කියලා. But I'm trying to explain you because I don't know the exact word for polar bear. Okay, then I am going to explain you in this way. Oh, that creature is somewhat like a bear, right? In our normal forest, and his skin is almost white, and he has some thick fur. ගොඩක් ගණකම් බූල් තියෙනවා. And also he is in white color. And also he lives on snow and ice in the Antarctic or Arctic or Antarctica or somewhere like that. Very cold environment. Ah, is that polar bear? Ah, yeah, yeah, that's the animal. අන්න ඔය විදිහට අපිට කියන්න දෙනවානේ. Then මට ඒක කියන්න පුළුවන් වුණා ඇයි ඒ because I knew some other words. Yes, I knew some other words. Then I knew the word fur and I knew the word white color. So that is no. And also the Arctic, so the Antarctic environment and also the Bear forest. So I knew those words. Vocabulary is that much important. No? The grammar. So Sri Lankan people, they are mostly worrying about this grammar, no? And also the practice is that's obviously we should maintain our practice, no? Then the skills. So we know we have. So whatever the language is, these skills should be there. No? Listening, speaking, reading, writing these things, and the success. When you have the success, right? When you are successful in English, so in when you are successful in your learning, so you have to maintain these four. What are they? Motivation. You should have some motivation. The more motivation you have, the faster you will learn, right? You should have some motivation. And also the basic thing is missed here, right? I'll let you know that one later. The time. The longer you spend learning, the more you will learn. That's exactly, so when you invest some more time for your learning, what happens? You become clever. You become clever in that one. So then I'm interested in some languages, right? I'm interested in some languages including Tamil and English, mostly English. Okay. So then the most of the time that I spend, so I use that one for English, right? That is why there's some fluency, right? There are some fluency. So the Mevansa is here. So the Mevansa he is also what spending his much time reading and also referring some things in English. So he also has a good English knowledge and also English what usage, right? The more the better, right? That is something right? There's a statement. What is that one? The more the better, right? Actually, I got this one from one of our lecturers, right? The more the better, right? So when you write more, that is better, right? The more the better, right? So even when you answer the question, so when you write something more and more, that means when you write something more, that is better because they can give some marks, additional marks, and also the quality. So we cannot directly say that, oh, I know this much. That is enough for me because actually then it is what comparative, no. So when we measure, then if I measure my English with a native speaker, then my English is in the jungle. අර අපි කියන්නේ සුද්දෙක් එක්ක කතා කරන්න ගියදී අපේ ඉංග්‍රීසි කැලේ. ආ වගේ විදිහට අපි කතාවට කියන්නේ නේද? Something like that. So it is comparative, but we should have what some quality. We should have our own standards. Then the practice. Exactly. Practice is obviously there should be. Practice makes perfect. Right? We should practice. But the practice is also we should have some what? Ethics. Right? In our practice also we should have some ethics. Why? Ethics means we should have some continuous flow of that one. Otherwise, if we just it is just without a strategy, if we are trying to do that one, so that's worthless, right? We should have some strategies, otherwise we cannot improve that one. Hey, අපිට ඒක improve කරගන්න අවශ්‍ය නම් some plan should be there, no? There should be some plans, otherwise we cannot do that one. So this is the purpose of the I'm going to talk about the purpose of this session today. So this won't be ended up just in 30 minutes, right? Even though it is mentioned as daily 30, so this will not be ended within 30 minutes. So I'm going to cover this whole presentation and I'm going to finish this one most probably within 1 hour. So I'm going to within 1 hour, then I'm going to finish this one. Okay. So the purpose of this session is actually to make awareness. Yes, I want to make some awareness about this method and also to introduce you this method. So I'm going to introduce you this method and also to elaborate this one. So if you want to have the practical knowledge of this, so you should have a good understanding about this one. මේක ඔයාලට තේරුම් ගන්න නම් ඔයාලට මේ ගැන හොඳ අයිඩියා එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැති වුණොත් එහම ඔයාලට මේක කරගන්න අමාරු වෙනවා. හරිද? ඒක නිසා මම මේක චුට්ටක් විස්තර කරනවා. And also to emphasize. එතන මම මෙතනදී ඔයාලට emphasize කරනවා. මොකක්ද අර මේ උඩුප්පල පෙන්වන්න හදනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ ඔයාලට මේක විස්තර කරලා මම මේක දෙන්න හදන්නේ. මොකක්ද? This method is very much important and also very much practical. Okay, to challenge. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna give you a challenge. So I don't know whether you accept that one or not. Okay, right. So these are the facts. Then I'm gonna discuss here. What is that one? Influence from English. So we know Nangimalli. So we are poor. We are poor in English. Why? We had some lack of influence, right? You know our influence is somewhat lacking, right? You know lacking. That means we just had some simple influence. That if we had some exposure, if we had some exposure, you know what exposure? Kanishka, Malli, or anyone? Do you know the word? Do you know the meaning of the exposure? Exposure. Do you know? So otherwise, then you will sleep here. Do you know the meaning of exposure? Exposure. So what is the meaning of exposure? Anyone in the class? Anyone who is watching this video? Do you know the meaning of exposure? Exposure. I guess you can see that one, okay? I just mentioned in small letters, right? Exposure. Exposure. Right? Now you can see, no? Now you can see better. Exposure, so what is the meaning of exposure? So that is the thing I asked. Anyone? No one? Okay, so then I guess I'm the only one who is doing this one. No, you are watching, right? So what is the meaning of exposure? Exposure? Hmm? Okay, right, so I'll let you know. Exposure means what? We should be exposed. We should be exposed. For what? We should be exposed with the people who use that one already. Right? We should have some exposure. Exposed. We should be some exposed to that environment. So if we are living in some foreign countries, maybe up to 5 to 10 years, right? You know the people who go to another country, which is that speaks another language. When they come back to Sri Lanka, what happens? They know that language. No, they can handle the language. Why? They had the exposure. They were exposed to that environment. They were exposed to that language. So they can what? They can speak that language no fluently. Okay, the influence for English actually then Sri Lankan and also the developing countries they get some poor exposure to English. Right? During their school life and also during their preschool and also they are especially at home. At home, what happens? They have no exposure at all. Right? They have no exposure at all for English, right? So what happens? They are poor in English and also they try to learn English within few days before the exam. So some students, so I have met some students, so they try to memorize all those facts in the lecture notes in English, right? Within just 2 to 3 days before the exam. So is it possible? That's not possible. They have hate, right? They had hate in their mind for English, maybe 5 to 6 years, but they try to learn English within just 2 to 3 days, just to face the exam. So that's worthless and that is impossible. So we should think about the influence that we are having. So if you have children, yeah, then some parents are here, some parents and some job doing people are here. So actually then I suggest you, so we should make some more opportunities for exposure to children, to our baby, to our sons and daughters, to English. So we should listen to some English songs, and also we should, what we should stick some posters in English. So the people, not the people, the children will see those posters and they will be familiar with these English letters and other things, right? Childhood experiences. The then second thing I'm gonna explain is childhood experiences. Yes, we have some childhood experiences in our lives now. So during our preschool, then we have collected some toffee covers, and also we have chewing gum, right? We then during my childhood, I can still remember. For 2 rupees, we had the chewing gum. Chewing gum. Normally we say bubble gum or something that we say no. Then it was something like what? ceiling sheet. It is something like a ceiling sheet, and it was just 2 rupees. It was just 2 rupees and covered with green color and red color, pink color, and blue color, I guess, and green color, something like that. They are covered. And also, then there was a tattoo. Actually, there was a what sticky image inside of that one. Even in some places of my house, that means in some of the places in the walls, I have stuck that one, and also that is still there, right? So and also we used to paste that one in our hands, right, on our hands, right? So those are the childhood experiences now. Then, and in addition to that, we had some childhood experiences regarding something important. So you know what? So I'm going to explain you in our next few slides. Okay, how to use them again. Actually, then we are going to recall those memories, and recall those experiences back to our life. Why? We have some lesson there. We have to. We can get some lesson there. Okay, so let's go move on. So you know this character, right? I guess you know. Who's this one? Who's this one? This is Superman, no? Then, during our childhood and also even the actually then I don't know whether it is the same now, but during our childhood, so for myself even, I have what? The Superman was our heroes, right? Even in one of the songs, you might have heard Spider-Man, La Superman, La Vireo, Una or something like that. So there's a statement. Right, there's a part that is some words. Those are some words from a song, some singer songs. So this is Superman. So then, during our childhood, then if someone asks from that person, that a small kid, so actually then, who do you want to become? Who do you want to become when you grow up? ලොකුනාම කවුරු වෙන්නද ඕන කියලා ඇහුවොත් එහෙම එයාලා මොකද්ද කියන්නේ? I want to be Superman. Something like that. I want to be Spider-Man. I want to be Ben 10. Ben 10 is an, and also I want to be someone like this. I want to be someone like that. Likewise, they say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a what? Maybe someone say a lawyer. I want to be a pilot. Then someone say, then they have got that impression in their minds now. They have got the impression in their impression, යාට අර ඒක දැනීලා තියෙනවා. That is why they say they know that the doctor wears the stethoscope and he works in the hospital and there's a luxury life. He usually drives a car and he has much money. He has a large house, something like that. And also he is well accepted in the society, in the community. So the social state is nice and everyone respect him, and also the social service he can do. So these everything they have impressed. In the same way, so why don't we do the same thing? Why don't we do the same thing for our English as well? Okay? Why cannot we use that one once again? Right? So that is the thing that I wanted to discuss here. The relationship. So this is the most important thing. So during our childhood, so uh, while we were just kids, right? While we were just kids, we had some idea to become like Superman, right? So we had some idea to become like Superman. Right. I want to be someone like Superman, right? But is it possible? That's not possible. But why? Superman is maybe an imaginative cartoon character that someone might have created. හරි. ඒ වුණාට අන්න මොකද්ද? ඒ වුණාට අපි එහෙම දෙයක් තියාගෙන හිටියම මොකද වෙන්නේ? අන්න අපි try කරන එක කරන්නේ. අපි ඒක කරන්න try කරනවා. We tried for that. Okay? Then why cannot we use the same thing to become, and also why don't we try to give the influence like these people, right? Actually, these are the people who I was influenced, Actually, these are the people who I got the influence from. My influence එක අරගත්ත people තමයි මම ඔයාලට මේ introduce කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Dr. Ray. Dr. Ray, and also, then when you are interested of something, so we try to refer about them, right? We try to refer about them and we try to find out, and we get somewhat, we come to know so many things about them. And also do not get the, right? Do not get their habits or some things or other things, right? Try to get the influence of that person. So we know the Snoop Dogg. So he is addicted to, and not addicted, but he may be addicted, right? He is always using something, the people who know, they know, right? They name him. So we then don't care about their personal lives or personal issues or something, their history. Just get their character, and just get their character and just try to be like them. My goodness, I want to be like him, right? I guess no one in the class, right? No one in the class, or no one here, you want to be like Eminem, right? Have you ever thought like that? And oh my goodness, I want to be someone, I want to speak English like Eminem. And he also doing some, he does some, what he does some fast rappers, right? He is the king of rappers. And he also known as the rap god, you know. He has one track as called as rap god, no. And also he have implemented so many records in rapping, not rapping, okay. Don't get misled about rapping, okay, not rapping. Right? Or, rapping papers are there, no. That is not rapping, okay. That is rapping with right. This one at the beginning. So rapping, no, that one not in rapping, but in English. And I want to be like, right. I want to be like 50 Cent. And also I want to be like Dr. Dre. I want to be like Snoop Dogg. I want to be like Eminem. So we have never thought. We have never. Maybe you can think someone about someone else. Maybe Nick Vujicic, and also maybe Steve Jobs, right? So maybe someone like Bill Gates, and also maybe someone like Jack Ma, right? And then we just see them, right? We just see them, but we do not care about that one. We do not care about that one. So during our life, right, during our childhood, if we had an idea to be like someone, if we have placed, if we have given that place to place to a person, so why don't you give that once again? That is the reason, that is the thing, that is the relationship that I am going to emphasize here, right? අපි චූටි කාලේ මෙන්න මෙහෙම දෙයක් කරනවා, මෙහෙම දෙයක් කරනවා, මම මේ වයසට ආපුවම මෙහෙම දෙයක් කරනවා, මම මෙයා වගේ වෙනවා, එහෙම කියලා අපි මොකද්ද ideas පුංචි කාලේ තියාගෙන හිටියට, why don't you do that one now? අයියෝ ඒක කරන්නේ නැත්තේ? Right. So I'm going to ask one question from you. That is why I opened the chat. Do you have do you have any influence? Have you kept any influence in English for your English? Just let me know. I want to be like him. I want to be like that person who speaks English. Regarding my English, I want to be like him. Have you got any? Have you got some impression, something like that? Just let me know. Anyone? Anyone in the class? I know there are some. There are many people here. Okay. Just let me know, Kanishka. Mali, do you have any impression? I want to be like him in English. You may have so many other influences, maybe someone regarding your field, maybe regarding something that you what entertainment, maybe some songs and some other things. Then, for an example, then if you are a painter who draws some images, then your dream may be to become an artist, world famous artist, someone like Leonardo da Vinci, right? If you are a painter, then if you are a singer, then you may have some idea to become someone like someone, I don't know who. If you are an actor, if you are planning to go for acting, so you may be Shah Rukh Khan or Hrithik Roshan, or maybe someone is your what impression. Then I'm asking from you the question: have you got any impression? English, please let me know. Don't tell me lies, okay? Right? Have you have you got any influence? Any influence, influence, influ, influence, influence for your English. Just let me know for your English. I need an answer for this question. Watching documentaries is better way to improve English, especially David Attenborough. Marvelous narrator. Thank you, sir. So that is a good information for many people who watch this video, right? Then watching documentaries. Yes, that's true. Actually, I use and then when I told you, sir, then I got that one. Then CSN channel or TV1. TV1 or CSN actually, yeah, that one, because that is something about Carlton, CSN, Carlton, or something like that one, no? Me one sir, then have you got the idea of CSN channel? The what? That is the abbreviation, no? CSN. Do you know the long term? Carlton or something like that one. Okay. So Kanishka, I don't know whether you are here, Malli. So if you are here, just let me know. Have you given your English? That means have you kept a person, maybe a celebrity or someone, to improve English? So just let me know who is him. Then for myself, I have introduced the people who I am keeping as my characters. So you can see them here. 50 Cent, Storm Dog, and these are the rappers. Okay, so that is my dream. So that means I am always trying to be like them. I want to make my own rap. Like someone like Eminem. Okay. Likewise, then actually maybe that is impossible. I will never be able to become that one. BBC documentaries are better. Okay, sir. Okay. So then, Kanishka, I'm just asking, oh Subhanangi, if you are here, do you have then if for a girl, right? For a girl, then there are so many celebrities, no? Celebrities, celebs who are speaking English. Maybe Shakira, maybe what Celine Dion, and maybe someone like who Rihanna, maybe someone like Ariana Grande, right? Ariana Grande, right? And someone like actually, I cannot remember those names, right? The people, the boys can have someone like Bob Marley, right? Those are the targets, right? So the thing that I wanted to emphasize here is you should keep someone as your influence, right? As your influence or as your celebrity in your life for your English, right? For others, that's obvious. You should have, but for English, usually people don't care about English, right? That is why still they are poor in English. They are trying to improve, but right. Actually, then today I saw a nice video. Right. Today I saw a nice video. It is something. It is. I don't know the exact word for that one. That escalator, not the escalator, but what the moving staircase. You know that one, moving staircase in some shopping malls or somewhere, right? The frog. There's a frog here, right? There's a frog here. This is the starting place. Okay, this is the pedestrians line or the starting place here. Then the walls are there. So I'm just drawing this one. Okay, this one is moving. Okay, this one is moving. The frog, right? The frog. Actually, this one is moving here, right? Not that one. Not that way. It is coming to this way. Okay, that means the way that it comes down. The frog is here. The frog jumps here. Then once again it comes here. And you know, the frog jumps here. Once again it comes here. But from his side, he does his best. Right? Just hard working without a purpose is worthless. Right? Hard working without a plan and without a proper attitude is almost worthless. අපි මහන්සිලා වැඩ කරන තමයි බා. නමුත් ඒක අර හරියට අරමුණක් එක්ක හරියට කරන ස්ට්‍රැටජි එකක් එක්ක අපි ඒක කරන්නේ නැත්නම් මොකද සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ? ඒක කිසි වැඩක් නැහැ. See, the relationship here that I am going to emphasize is we had a dream during our childhood, so why don't we have now? Okay? Why don't we have now? ඇයි අපිට දැන් එකක් නැත්තේ? Why don't you give your place? Give your place for English for these type of characters. If you give the place for these type of characters, obviously you try to be like them. At least you try to do something. You become much interested in there, in the field, right? I feel like interest in Steve Harvey. Very good. Yes, Kanishka. Right? Exactly. Very good. And also the natural, yeah, he also should be here, but these are my main character. That is why I have added only these people. Okay, yes, Steve Harvey. Yes, I also watch his videos. Yes, name something, right? In that way, he used to start, no? Kanishka? Name something that starts with letter A and ends up with something like that one. And also his expressions are funny and the way he talks is funny. Yes, very good. So other people, Subhanangi, I guess you also have some idea. Subha is not here, I guess. Maybe it is late no? Now, 11 o'clock. Yes, Steve Harvey. That's a good choice, Mali. Very good. Keep it up. Yes. And also try just I cannot convince you. I cannot compel you to select these people. I'm just introducing you my people, okay? Right. Okay. Then the techniques. The technique is very simple. The technique is very simple. There is something really basic techniques are there. So you know what they are actually here. So this is the motto of my everything, right? This is the motto of my everything. Why? It is, you know what? Consistency wins. You know the consistency, that term of consistency. I have introduced you this one during my Express November session as well. In one session, Express November, that spoken class, spoken session. Then there also I emphasize this one, consistency wins. You know, we should have some consistency. Without consistency, we cannot do anything, right? If we are just adding some water to a plant when it tries to die, the plant just try to be okay. And also we don't put water, something like this. We add some water and we stay and we don't care about that one later. Then once again we add. So that is not the way. That is not productive. That is not effective actually. Then if we start something, so we should keep it. There can be some drawdowns, and there can be some drawbacks, and there can be some motivations. That's okay. But we should maintain. We should not reach the bottom line once again. You know, then this kind of paragraphs you see most cases in where trading or something like that. So we have to keep it up. Otherwise we cannot be fluent in that one, no? So for an example, you go to gym just once, right? Just one day you go to the gym and you do some workout. Then you don't go to the gym maybe 2 to 3 months. So will your body grow up? Will your body just grow your muscles? No. Why? That is not enough. You should have some nice workout plan. You should have some proper meal, and you should have some good coaching, and also you should have some instruments for that one. And also you can do some home workouts. Likewise, so you have to do something, right? Otherwise, you cannot become a bodybuilder or someone. Right? You should have some consistency. So that is the thing that I see most of the people, they do not have. They don't have consistency. Unfortunately, they are trying to improve themselves, but they are poor. Why? They do not have consistency. They do not understand the importance of the consistency, right? So try to keep your consistency. So that is the technique that I want to introduce you and also to emphasize you again and again. Yeah, keep the consistency. Otherwise, you cannot improve anything, right? Maybe you are clever in one particular field, but if you think that you know almost everything and you don't try to learn something new in your particular field, what will happen? The knowledge becomes expired, no? That knowledge becomes expired. So what happens? So you are also expired. You are also expired. Why? You don't have the proper knowledge to deal with the new environment, new trending. Okay, so consistency is something very important. Here then you see 6 days ago, 7 days ago, and also 7 days ago the same thing. Not same thing. Right, maybe the time is different. Maybe 9 years ago, then 5 days ago, 3 days ago, because I did, then 4 days ago, something like this. Alright, then I try to maintain consistency. And I'm trying to give you the practice of keeping consistency. Consistency කියන දේ පවත්වා ගැනීමට මම introduction එකක් ඔයාලට දෙන ගමන් ඉන්නේ. Right? Then if you try it, definitely you become very clever in that field, no? Then I see if you want some example for this one, you can see myself. You can see myself. So I learned something when I was maybe 9 to 10 years ago. Then I always try to improve that one. I maintain some consistency, right? Even now I'm trying to maintain my consistency while giving you the opportunity, that I'm trying to give you the opportunity, no, for what? To improve yourself, right? To improve yourself, I'm trying to give you the influence, right? Mama influence එක දෙන්න මේ try කරන්නේ, right? So you should keep these everything in your mind. The last one, for the last thing, for today, as a technique, I'm gonna tell you, please keep someone, please keep someone, please keep someone as your character. Please keep someone. Someone is just a simple word, simple, not single word. Please keep someone as your influence in your life for your particular field. Right? I want to be like him. Right? Please keep someone as your hero, whatever the field is, as your hero, whatever the field is. Right? Okay. Then the thing is, keep consistency. And when you walk, right, when you walk, Nangimalli, if it is maybe, right, consistency, I'll type this on, write this on, and I'll draw something, okay? Keep consistency, okay? Then, if the journey, right, if the journey is just maybe, right, let's think 20 kilometers long, right, it is 20 kilometers long, but you don't have any vehicles, right? You don't have any vehicles, or you don't have anything to reach there quickly. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ ඉක්මනට යන්න ඔයාට කිසිම වෙන වාහනයක් හෝ facilities නැහැ. So in such cases, ඒ වගේ වෙලාවක, then you start walking, right? You start walking one single step, then little by little, we know if we keep continue, if we do the thing without stopping, right? So what will happen? These 20 kilometers, maybe it will take some time, but definitely you reach that place, right? You reach that place, isn't it? Do you agree with me? You have to agree with me because this is true now, right? Just one simple step that you get will determine your destiny, where you are your destination, where you are destined to. Okay, so the simple steps, then some people think that, my goodness, so it is just a simple thing, no? So how do I manage? How do I continue that one? Small things are the things that we can control, no? We cannot control larger things, right? Can we just change the government? No, but we can change our vote, no? Something like that, no? So if the whole world thinks in the same way, okay, the country did that one, no? For an example, we cannot do, no, we cannot do anything alone. We know that one. We cannot just withstand something for something alone. Why? Yeah, our power is less, no? But if you have powers, then you can do that one. I'm just talking, then as the normal people, we don't have much powers, no? Then we cannot change the whole government. We cannot directly blame them. Oh, you have stolen this much money, you have killed that person, something like that. We cannot directly complain them. Why? We don't have much powers. So the thing that they can simply do is, if it is true, they try to make us silent. අපිව silent කරන්න හදනවා. So that is the normal thing නේ. Because we cannot, so our simple word can destroy their lives. So they try to what? Make us silent. You know that one. Okay, then, but the thing is, even we cannot do some larger things, we can do some simple things. For what? To expect that change in the future. So the people wanted to change the government. So what did they do? They changed their intentions and they changed their vote, right? During the election, presidential election, most of the country, except some areas, they selected what? The compass. Manima, right? So then what happened there? They changed their vote, right? Their vote. So what happened? The all then just connect what? Just the combination of all the votes, he gave more than two-thirds of the power, right, in the parliament. In the same way, please try to please try to keep someone as your hero for English, right? For English, not for not any for any other fields. For English, because English is the most important thing we need. That English is the most important thing that we need to improve. Okay, for English, please keep someone as your hero. and please keep consistency කියන එක තියාගන්න. And also, right, try to find new techniques, creatively, find new techniques, okay, new techniques, and please try to find some new techniques which suit for you. හරිද? ඔයාලට ගැලපෙන අලුත් ටෙක්නික් හොයාගන්න උත්සාහ කරන්න. Please keep consistency, and if you cannot be maintain consistency, just join with those people who keep the consistency and who support you without expecting anything. That means our discussion, okay, right? So with that, so the presentation is over, right? Presentation is over. So I guess you have got some sort of idea about the things you should do, you should start doing in your life, okay. This is somewhat different session today. Filling up gaps, haven't got lessons is the way. Uh-huh. Filling up gaps, yes, exactly, haven't got lessons is the way. Yes, even for the researcher, Mevan sir, even for the research, we do the same thing. We read so many previous literature. Previous literature means the previous publications. So then we try to fill that gap, and that is our research. That becomes our research. So that is how the people who have completed so many researches in their lives. Yeah. Okay, so with that, I guess you got some idea. So during our childhood, we had some idea about the things we in our life. So I want to be like Superman. I want to be like Doctor. I want to be someone like this one. Blah blah blah. Then you know, so the same thing is applicable for our current situation also. So there is a way, there is a thing that I wanted to show you, because I see many people, many university students also, they do not have any target. Without target, they are trying to improve the English. So that is almost worth listening. So we should not do that one. We should have some idea what we are doing and what we are going to do in the future, right? So that is the thing. Then Steve Harvey, as Kanishka Mali told, yes, exactly. And also Mali tried one of these actually. Then you can improve your speaking, right? You can learn the expressions and other humor, right? Other English humor from that those videos from Steve Harvey and other people, and also try to compare your hero with other heroes. Okay. Yes. Okay, so with that, my purpose is completed. The mission accomplished for today, right? My mission accomplished for today. So I'll share this presentation, small presentation with you. Okay. Okay, then if you have any questions, would you just ask from me? I would like to know, and also I would like to give you an answer. Then Mevansa introduced us many techniques, other techniques. Thank you so much, sir. And also you are here with me. I know that one. Thank you so much, sir. So other people who are watching this live, just try watching documentaries from BBC documentaries. Yes, because they are very informative, and they are good resources of knowledge for your knowledge as well, for your common sense also. You can learn so many things from them. Okay, and also try to keep someone as your hero in English, right? Then try to be like them, try to be like them, then you will never be able to be like him. But you can do some, you can be someone better, no? ඔයාට ඊට වැඩිය හොඳ කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් එයාම වෙන්න බැරි වුණාට, right? For example, then I try to be like Eminem, right? Then I cannot be him, then I won't be able to maybe narrate some raps like him. But I can speak somewhat better, and I can speak somewhat faster. So that's it, no? That's enough for us, no? Without doing anything. Again, that means that rather than staying without doing anything, මොනවත් කරන්නේ නැතුව නිකන් ඉන්නවට වඩා doing something is better, no? Right? So that is the thing. And also, please maintain consistency. Do not give up. Don't give up much easier, right? Don't just collapse. My goodness, oh my god, I cannot do that one. Don't do that one. You can do something better. Okay, right? So that's the thing I wanted to what share with you. I guess you got some sort of idea about the new techniques you can apply. Okay. So in case that means if you don't have any things to get clarified, or just ask from me. Then I'm gonna end the session. Kanishka Mali, then we will do some Zoom sessions. Okay, we will do some Zoom classes for our English practice. 1 minute English practice. Okay, so I'll let you know tomorrow because actually in previous 2 days and last 2 days කලින් ඊයේ පෙරේදා දවස් දෙකේම එක්සෑම් තිබුණා. ඒක නිසා තමයි මට ඩේලි ලයිව් එකවත් මට කරන්න බැරි වුණේ. අපි අද එකක් කරා. අපි හෙට ඉඳලා ආයෙත් අපේ usual time එකට අපි discussion එක කරගෙන යමු. Okay, and also Kanishka Mali we will do some what discussions as well. Okay, right. Thank you so much then. Okay. And also just let me know if you were here. Just let me know if you selected someone as your character, as your hero, right? Just let me know. Then we will discuss. Right? This is a nice journey, no? So there's no competition here, right? මෙතන කිසිම තරගයක් නැහැ. So that is why we are just sharing and caring. Okay, right? Okay, so thank you then. Okay, thank you for joining, right? Okay, so that's the thing I wanted to share with you. Okay, right. So I'm gonna stop for now. Okay, so thank you. Huh? May I answer? Thank you and good night, everyone. Okay.